From Minsu finally reaching his breaking point, to Young-sik and his mother set up to kill each other, to brand new VIPs and death games, Squid Game Season 3 will certainly be more tragic than the last 2 seasons combined. But frame by frame, the teaser quietly reveals some darker, more sinister truths about the games. Let's break down everything you missed in the Squid Game Season 3 trailer. The trailer opens on the anonymous pink guards hauling in the iconic coffin box. We all thought it was going to be Jung-bae. Instead, it's none other than Gi-hun, alive. So why fake his death? This could be a psychological tactic by the organizers to shake up the new contestants, keeping Gi-hun alive and forcing him back into the games again against his will. Next, we see something fascinating. Players are in a voting room. But unlike Season 2's red and blue tag system, this one uses what appears to be a gumball machine that randomly dispenses either a red or blue ball. Due to this, players can no longer choose their own teams anymore, and everything is based on chance. Slowing the footage down, we can clearly see which players ended up on which teams so far. We have Gi-hun, Namgyu, Gumja, MG-coin, Jun-hee, and Minsu on the red team, and on the blue team, Hyung-ju, Young-sik, Son-oh, and Gramps. But what's particularly heartbreaking about the scene is that Young-sik and his mother Gumja are placed on opposing teams, setting up what will surely be an emotional disaster. Later, we see Gumja completely heartbroken in what appears to be the dormitory, suggesting she's mourning a significant loss, the death of her son. Yeah, kinda saw this one coming. In my opinion, at least one of them is certainly marked for a tragic end, if not both players. After teams are assigned, we see glimpses of what appeared to be the season's first major game, some sort of death maze, perhaps even hide and seek. If you look carefully at the background during the team selection, you'll notice 2 distinct yellow shapes on the wall, a knife and a keyhole. But what does this mean? In a new Instagram photo posted by Netflix, we also see the shaman lady, who's on the blue team, praying whilst holding a key, leading to speculation that the game will involve players in the blue team navigating through a course with their keys and the red team hunting them with a knife or a similar weapon. Around the 30-second mark, a player walks through a corridor leaving a trail of blood. In the following shot, Gi-hun stands in what appears to be part of the maze with a dead blue vest player behind him. There's even a subtle Easter egg here. If you look closely, the clock on the wall points to 4:56, referencing Gi-hun's player number. Based on these clues, here's my theory on how the maze game works. After being divided into red and blue teams, blue team members will receive keys and must navigate a maze to locate hidden safe rooms, while the red team appears to have one brutal mission: hunt down and kill the blue players. Each room in the maze features a keyhole that allows players to peek inside before deciding to enter, adding a layer of strategy and suspense. If a red and blue player encounter each other, it will be a fight to the death. Meanwhile, a larger timer looms on the wall, hinting that the entire game operates under a strict and unforgiving time limit. In the next scene, we briefly see someone peering through a keyhole. Based on facial features, it appears to be the shaman lady from the blue team, possibly checking if a room is safe to enter. Then there's a shot of Hyung-ju in a fighting stance, preparing for combat with no visible weapon, meaning she'll certainly be forced to defend herself against an approaching red team member. Throughout the teaser, several character moments stand out that hint at some pretty strong character development. Minsu, who had always been afraid and was frequently bullied by Namgyu and the late Thanos, is shown with an expression of pure rage, possibly foreshadowing that he's finally reached his breaking point. Both him and Namgyu being on the red team, it's reasonable to assume that Minsu will finally go through a chilling revenge arc. This could be due to Seimi's cruel death in Season 2, and also told that she trusted him when she was alive because he was easy to control and was not a threat. In my opinion, Minsu has been given way too much screen time to not pull off something insane in Season 3. We've also seen the shaman lady standing before kneeling players with their hands in prayer positions. This echoes her role in Season 2, where she garnered followers through spiritual authority and prophecies. It seems like her cult-like influence continues to grow in Season 3. And finally, Myung, aka MG-coin or Jun-hee's ex-boyfriend, appears bloodied in the maze, suggesting he faces serious danger. His expression in one scene shows utter devastation, possibly related to Jun-hee's fate, the one person in Squid Game he truly cares about. Towards the end of the teaser, in a callback to Season 1, we see the iconic glass piggy bank containing prize money sitting on the floor rather than suspended from the ceiling. This mirrors the final moments of Season 1, when Gi-hun emerged as the sole survivor. Does this confirm that we'll have another single winner? The presence of the piggy bank does suggest that we're heading towards the end game of the entire series, with only a few players left competing for the ultimate prize. Now, the teaser doesn't just focus on the games, it also advances the outside world storyline in significant ways. We see Kang Noel, the female guard from Season 2, crawling through a ventilation, clearly attempting to escape the facility. Later, a quick shot shows her successfully outside the ventilation system. In another scene, she's in the archive room holding a lighter, perhaps planning to destroy evidence or the entire facility. Meanwhile, Detective Junho arrives at the island, apparently alone. This aligns with the rumors that his team was attacked during their approach, with only Junho surviving. His solitary infiltration says it was likely to be a dramatic final confrontation with his brother, the frontman. The most plausible theory is that Newell from the inside and Junho from the outside will eventually join forces to bring down the games once and for all. Perhaps the most chilling moment of the teaser comes at the very end, where we see Junhee very distraught and crying. The screen then goes to black as we hear the unmistakable sound of a newborn baby crying. This has sparked intense debate. Will Junhee actually give birth during the games? Some theories suggest that the audio is misdirection, that the crying baby might symbolize something darker. You see, the devastation on Junhee's face might indicate loss rather than childbirth. Perhaps the death of MG Coin, or worse, perhaps she does give birth only for her child to be taken away by the game's organizers. Because why would Netflix spoil such a major plot point in a teaser? It just doesn't make sense. Now, let's talk about the brief but powerful shot of Inho, the frontman, unmasked with what appears to be tears in his eyes. This suggests a potential emotional reunion with his brother Junho. After 2 seasons of conflict, could the frontman finally be breaking down? Is redemption possible for this complex villain? Well, let's talk about a player that many of us forgot about, player 246, Gi-hun, the father of a dying child who was shot by Noah after the Season 2 rebellion, with many speculating that he was kept alive. In the teaser, someone appears to be using a small scanning device near his ear, either to check if he was indeed alive or possibly to remove a tracking implant similar to the one placed in Gi-hun's ear in Season 2. The question now is, will Gi-hun finally reunite with his sick daughter? In yet another voting scene, we can see the O side significantly outnumbers the X side. This suggests that the vote takes place shortly after the rebellion, with many who voted to leave having been eliminated. Notably, Gi-hun is chained and apparently not allowed to participate in this vote, a form of punishment for his role in the uprising. As for the VIPs, they're finally back, and a new female VIP is certainly coming. In the trailer, we can see 5 of them as opposed to the 7 in Season 1. I don't think that the VIPs would just be minor characters either. I believe that the VIPs are brought back for a reason, and that they will play an important role in the story. This trailer packs an incredible amount of information into just 1 minute of footage, from characters' fates to game mechanics to the advancing outside world plot. Season 3 is clearly positioning itself as the ultimate conclusion to the Squid Game saga. The final season premieres on June 27, 2025, and based on what we've seen, it promises to be the most emotional, intense, and morally complex installment yet. Will Gi-hun finally find redemption? Will he become the new frontman? Or will the games be destroyed once and for all? And what happened to Junhee's baby? We'll have to just wait to find out.